I haven't been to the Mara in a very long time, but there was something about this trip, something that inspired me to not only make good content, but to make great content with a purpose. So I've had the pleasure of coming through to Olarro Mara, which is a beautiful lodge here in the Olarro Conservancy. And I'm here chilling with Sam, Stan and Ronak. That's my squad for the rest of the trip. We've got plenty of activities lined up today. We're going to go quad biking, then we're going to go hang out by the pool and do a game drive in the evening. It's going to be epic. So here we go. So we're up bright and early, headed off to a game drive. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and we're going to do the game drive here in the Conservancy, so we can get to see the animals right from our doorstep. So much stuff in the car, so we literally have to move around like ninjas. Luckily I'm flexible, unlike this guy over here.
For me,
okay, a bit of
haven't
necking,
seen
guys.
me in action.
Necking. Boom.
Oh.
See this machine?
Check this.
What a game drive. Look at this baby. So okay, I'm just gonna have to carry it like this, but my god, this is what I love about staying at a conservancy versus going out into the sort of like the Mara game reserve, because the thing is there's so many tourists this time of year. Like you could see a cheetah and then there's 80 vehicles around it. The animal is scared, you don't get to get your shots. I mean, it's just a mess. But here we've been driving around in 20,000 acres of land. We're the only car around. You can go off-road, you can get as close to the animal as is allowed, which is quite close to be honest. And it's just so much more enjoyable. So if you were to ask me, I would say Conservancy versus going to the game reserve any day, especially when it's peak season. So this is the little Olarro cottage, which is where we're staying, and it can accommodate up to 5 people. We're currently 4. There's a huge master bedroom en suite, and then there's like a little family room, which is where Stan and Ronak are staying. And it's just gorgeous.
So I would encourage everybody to come here at least once. It's been amazing. Some time at the pool, some and time hiking. Amazing food, amazing dinner. Can't believe we're leaving now, but I guess it's better that it happened than that it didn't.
It's been about a year and a half since we're doing travel vlogs, and the mindset has always been to showcase the tourism potential of Kenya, hopefully the rest of the African continent very soon. Yesterday we had the opportunity to follow the rangers within the Conservancy. They basically protect the environment, they educate the communities around, spreading a new message around managing these human-wildlife conflicts. They basically enabled us and tourists from all over the world to continue enjoying what wouldn't be here without their efforts. And it's amazing the amount of impact they have on what we usually take for granted. And here's the story of William and his rangers, doing their day-to-day duties, which is salvaging what Kenya is recognized for.
The chopper was used to single out the elephant within the Conservancy. The Mara vet managed to get the dart into the elephant. The elephant went down. It was found to be a narrow wound. Without us here, it would be a catastrophe. I'm in charge of everything from administration through to anti-poaching rangers. My name is William. I'm the Conservancy manager at Olarro. The primary tasks that we fulfill every day is reconstructing or trying to rehabilitate the environment, because the environment draws in the wildlife. There aren't fences per se put up for game parks in Kenya, so unless you have a conducive environment, we're not going to have any wildlife. When we got here, there was very little, almost no grass on the ground. A lot of the elephants they were actually getting killed in those days because nobody was really, per se, there's a few small operations that were helping with everything, but nobody was really controlling it. When we first started, we were finding more poached and dead elephant than what we were wounded ones. There were no Congoni, there were no topi, there were no warthogs, there were very few hyenas, very few lions. Elephants were petrified. If you found a herd of elephants, they were running, they weren't walking. And you can see for yourselves now how relaxed the animals are. They know they're in a safe area. Without the community, we don't have a conservancy, so we have to balance the two on a constant basis, even on a daily basis, to try and find an equal medium so that we can achieve the goals that we want to as far as conservation is concerned. We've got two over here now, one in Yamanyak's herd with an injury on the back, and the other one was that one that we were looking for a while ago with Justin. They're both in the northern area, but I'm thinking if we've got two, we've probably got more. You'll see us on the ground over here. If you come over now, we're busy watching both herds at the same time. Bravo for Zulu 1. Yeah, Mark will be bringing the chopper as well. Karibu sana. Okay, the second herd, I've told him the second herd is near to Old Chewy Dam over there now, but they'll probably find it from the air anyway. Copy that, As you can see, we're not a Mickey Mouse operation over here. We had another call out from the rangers this morning now that they'd found two potentially wounded elephants in a herd within the Conservancy. Upon eventually getting hold of Mara Elephants Project pilot and the Mara veterinary team, they were mobilized. They took a while longer than what we would have liked to get here. They had to treat an elephant on the way that was also wounded, potentially due to human-wildlife conflict. Right now we're just busy trying to determine whether there are any more injuries within the herd before the helicopter returns. After treatment, the elephant was revived and has moved back off into the bush. My team is the best guys you're ever going to find. We have 35 rangers over here, all of which are fully qualified wildlife officers. And they are dedicated. I mean, these guys, if we're out and we call them at 2 o'clock in the morning, they're there. You know, there's no questions asked. Not knowing what's going to happen during the day. And knowing that we're making a difference is I think, what gets us up in the morning. You know, it's not a 9-to-5 job. There are times that we will go 36, 48 hours without being able to put a head down. If we weren't here, things would be different. There probably wouldn't be a conservation effort. There probably wouldn't be wildlife. We'd be overtaken by agricultural land and livestock. So we are the thin green line, if I can put it that way. As far as ensuring that there is continuity and a future for kids to be able to see what we've been speaking about. There are boots on the ground and there are lives on the line over here to ensure that any guest coming over here can sit in their vehicle and enjoy and just thoroughly relax.